everyone, and welcome back. In this video I'll be showing to us how to make a skirt. So in making a skirt, all I'll need is my hook, my scissors, tape measure, and my yarn. So I'll be using the combination of three color, that is the cream color, the purple, and orange. So I'll be needing my tape roll for measurement. So before you can make a skirt, you have to have the measurement of your hip, either for yourself or for your client. So you need the measurement of your hip. So now the measurement I'll be working with is 31. So I'll be working with 31. I'll be using 3.50 millimeter hook, crochet, millimeter crochet hook. So now I'll chain up to 31 inches. So when I'm at 31 inches, I'll stop and show towards what I have. So now here I am, I'm done chaining up to 31 inches. I'll be working with the purple yarn first. So I'm working with the purple yarn. So then I'll go ahead now and chain 3 more, since I'll be working with the single and double crochet stitches. So I'll chain 3 more, then I'll go into the 4th chain to the hook and make double crochet. So the first 3, before chaining up to 3, like I said, we are working with skirts, and our skirts are always round, somehow circular also. So they have 2 closed sides, which means I will be slip stitching this side into the first chain I made. So I'll make sure the chains are facing the same side. I'll make sure they are facing the same side. Then I'll slip stitch into the first chain. So then that is done. So I've slip stitched into the first chain here. So now start working with double crochet, which means I will chain 3 up here. Then I will go into the next chain. So I'll continue with double crochet down the chain for the first row, and the second row you will be making a front post and back post. So I'll be making front post and back post for the second row, but I will first make the first row, which will be a total of double crochet all through. So when I'm done with the first row, I'll show us what to do in the second row. So the third row will be the repetition of the second before we now continue with our work. So here I'm now at the last chain. So as you can see, I made double crochet down the chain. So I'll go ahead now and slip stitch into the top of the first chain here. So I'll make a slip stitch. Just a normal grill. Yeah, just like that. Then I'll chain 3. So now to the next chain here, the next stitch. Instead of me to go into the stitch, I'll be going in front of the stitch, which means I'll be making a front post. I'll be making a front post with double crochet, just like that. And the next one will be a back post. So I'll go to the back now, like this, and make another double crochet. So that is for the back post. So now I will yarn over and go into the front like this and make another front post. Yarn over, turn your work to the back and make another back post. So I'll continue like this round the chain. So I'll go ahead by making front post and back post. I am now at the last stage of the third row, so I'll slip stitch into this, I will insert into this side and I'll make a slip stitch, then I'll chain one and cut my yarn. And that is it. So at the first row I made just ordinary single crochet, then second and third I make a front post single crochet, and this is the effect. This is how it will look like, just like you are making a step. So this is the way it looks like. So this side is the waist. Now I'll continue with my cream color yarn, since I'll be using 3 colors. So I will attach it to any side you want. So I'll be attaching it to this side. I'll pull through, then make a knot to secure. So after that I'll chain 3, then I'll continue making the normal stitch. I won't be making front post anymore. I'll be making the normal single crochet stitch down the row. So I just want to have that effect. I want to add this effect at the waist side of my skirt. So now I'll just continue with the normal stitch, and I'll make sure I make my tape through my companion rather. So I'll make sure I keep on measuring till the length I want to stop at, then by combining my color, and that is the purple, the cream color, and the orange. So when I'm done, I'll show us what's next. Finally, I'm now at the last stage of the skirt. Yeah, so here I am. I stop at 14 inches. Yeah, so I stopped the skirt at 14 inches. So that is enough as half length of a skirt. And yeah, so I'll stretch, since the waist of the person I'm working with is 32. So sorry, the waist is 34. So if I stretch real, this is 17 inches. So, and that is that about that. So this is the back, and as you can see, it is wide up here and very tiny at the side. That is because when I got to 10 inches, sorry, when I got to 8 inches, I started decreasing. So I started decreasing when I got to 8 inches, so I decreased up to 14, and that is why it shaped this way, like just like this, just as if I shaped out the ape. So now I'll go ahead and make a tassel edging for this side. So I'm making a tassel edging, then I'll make a drawstring for the upper side as well. As you can see, the waist is wide, so I will be making a drawstring so that that side will be more firm when you wear it on your body. So I'm now at the last stage of the skirt, I mean the tassel. So I'm almost done with it. So I just decided to leave one so that I can do it here with us. So now, how to make a tassel. So to make a tassel, I'll need something like a thick paper. You can use anything, but I'll be using this my jotter. So I'll need my yarn and my scissors. Then I also need my hook to attach it to my dress. So let's get started. So it depends on how full you want your tassel to be. I just want 6 rows, so I'll be making 6 rows now. I'll wrap it around this. It depends on the length you want for your tassel. It can be a straight length, like this side. It might not even be up to this, so it might not be up to this. So it depends on the size you want. So now I want my own a bit longer, so I've measured this jotter. It's okay with the measurement I want, so I'll go ahead with it like that. So I'll wrap it around this 6 times. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then I'll cut my yarn. So I'll set this aside. Then I'll wrap round once again, and this one I'll be using it to tie my yarn. I just want to make sure it's of the same length with the initial one I made. So I'll wrap it around just once. So this is all we use for, I'll be using it for tying. So now it's ready. So when I'm making this tassel, I made a distance of 5 stitches in between. So if you want yours to be a bit, if you want your own to be more full than this, so you can make it at like without any stitch in between. It might be all through, but for me, I want I don't want it to be that full. I just want it to be spacious. And because I was working with 3 yarn, so I made 3 colored yarn. That is the purple, the cream color and the orange. So now, so I'll insert my purple to this side like this. I'll take my hook now. So I'll insert it into the stitch I want this tassel to be. Like difference of stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th one, just like this, just like that. Then I will insert my hook, and I will use it to pull all the 6 strand of yarn at the same time. I'll pull it at the same time, just like that, and I'll pull it out. Then I'll clamp the 2 sides together, like the 2 beginning. I'll clamp them together like this, and that is that. So for me to secure it, the extra strand I made the other time, so I'll now use that one to tie these together. So I'll make sure it's of 2 equal half. Then I'll roll it round this side. Guess you can see what I'm doing. Then I'll tie it very well to be more secured. So I'll make sure I tie it well. I'll go ahead and tie as long as I want, in as much as it is very tight and well secured. And that is the end. So this is how the tassel edge looks like. So now I'll go ahead and make a chain of 200. So after making that, then I will insert it into this place. So that will serve as my drawstring. So here we go. I am done with the 200 chain, the one I'll be using for the drawstring. So I will be attaching that with my yarn needle, and I can use my hook as well, but now I'll be using my yarn needle. So This is the bigger size. While we're using that, so we insert the chain into the yarn needle just like this. Then I'll start from the front because I want my drawstring to end at the front here. So I'll start from the front, and it will be from the second row. So now I'll start inserting from the second row like I said. So just like that. Then I will be counting 3 stitches rather. So I'll be going back and forth for 3 inches. So I'll make sure it is uniform. So I'll continue that way then. And here we go. I am done with passing through the drawstring. So I'll just try to make sure. I'll just adjust it. Just trying to adjust it. So there we go, and that is it. So I'll just draw it this way, and I want to tie my skirts. I'll just draw it a little bit. So that way I'll adjust the waist whenever I want to put on my skirts and tie it like this. And there we go. So this is the end of the skirts. Isn't this beautiful? So I would love you to make yours as well. So I'll be waiting for it. How neat the back is and the front.